Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Grab your coffee and get comfortable, because we have some massive bombshells to unpack from the upcoming Thursday, July 16 episode, and trust me, you are not ready for the sheer amount of drama heading our way. Let's jump right into the deep end with Sarah and Brady. These two have been running themselves ragged trying to solve the mystery of the tainted Coriseal pills that tragically killed Sarah's patient, Destiny, and her sister. But here's the kicker. Their investigation has just hit a massive, frustrating brick wall. Sarah had this grand theory about the poisoning, and she fully expected all the puzzle pieces to just magically snap into place. When they do not, she gets incredibly cranky and completely unloads her frustrations onto Brady. Let's be real for a second, Sarah has a bit of a medical god complex. She hates not having all the answers, and her inability to find a smoking gun is driving her insane. Brady is trying his absolute best to play private investigator, clearly trying to step into the legendary shoes of his father, John Black. But honestly, I think Sarah relying on Brady is a huge mistake. A lot of fans think Brady is the perfect partner for this, but I actually think Sarah should have stuck with Xander for the dirty work. Xander has that ruthless, mercenary edge that you absolutely need when you are going up against DiMera Pharmaceuticals. Brady is just too emotionally compromised right now. And speaking of emotionally compromised, we have got to talk about the heartbreaking situation with Holly Jonas and Tate Black. Holly is currently living an absolute nightmare because EJ DiMera, in a move that is despicable even for him, planted those pills in her bag to cover up his own tracks regarding the arsenic buried on Smith Island. Now, Holly is desperately trying to convince everyone that she has not relapsed, but no one believes her. She realizes that she is completely isolated, and the one person she desperately needs in her corner, Tate, is seriously on the fence. Can you believe it? Tate is actually doubting her. But before we judge him too harshly, we have to look at their history. Holly has lied about drug use before, and Tate was the one who paid the ultimate price for it. Do you guys remember when Tate was shipped off to a halfway house and treated like a criminal because he took the fall for Holly's overdose? That kind of trauma does not just vanish overnight. Psychologically, Tate is terrified of being dragged back into Holly's toxic web of lies. He wants to believe her, he truly does, but his self-preservation instincts are screaming at him to run. It is a brilliant parallel to the toxic relationships of their parents. Holly is acting just like her mother, Nicole Walker, constantly finding herself in messy, unbelievable situations, while Tate is mirroring Brady's old habit of trying to save damsels in distress only to get burned. I predict this lack of trust is going to cause a massive, devastating breakup between them, and EJ is going to get away with ruining a teenager's life just to protect his corporate empire. That is crazy. But EJ is not getting off scotangent free because his entire world is currently collapsing inside the DiMera mansion. The mad scientist himself, Dr. Wilhelm Rolf, has officially done a runner. That is right, Rolf is completely MIA, leaving EJ completely alone, holding the bag for the illegal Versavix drug. EJ is absolutely freaking out, not just because of the legal ramifications, but because Lexi's resurrection cure is failing, and he thought she was dead all over again. The panic EJ is feeling is palpable, and it is a rare moment of genuine terror for the usually composed DiMera patriarch. Naturally, Kristen DiMera is absolutely eating this up. She is highly intrigued that EJ is drowning in this Versavix mess. Anytime Kristen can watch EJ suffer, she takes full advantage of it. But let's look deeper into Kristen's twisted psychology right now, because her glee is actually masking a deep, paralyzing terror. Kristen knows exactly what she did. She manipulated that unstable teenager, Sophia Choi, into trying to burn Johnny DiMera alive in his apartment. EJ knows it too. Kristen is acutely aware that EJ's retaliation is going to be swift, brutal, and completely merciless. She knows that EJ will not just come after her, he will go after the one thing she truly loves, her daughter Rachel. Because Kristen is so terrified of EJ's impending revenge, she makes a move that is honestly shocking. She actually reaches out to Marlena Evans and asks her to step in and protect Rachel. Amazing. The sheer audacity of Kristen DiMera asking Marlena for a favor is mind-blowing. If we look back 5 to 10 years, or even all the way back to the 90s, Kristen has dedicated half her life to torturing Marlena. From locking her in secret rooms to stealing Teresa's embryo, Kristen has been a menace to the Black family. So, when Kristen suddenly plays the concerned mother card, Marlena is instantly and rightfully suspicious. Marlena knows that Kristen never does anything without a sinister ulterior motive. She immediately senses that Rachel is caught in the crossfire of a dangerous, toxic family war between EJ and Kristen. Marlena is a brilliant psychiatrist, and she can see that Kristen is projecting her own evil intentions onto EJ. I think Marlena is going to keep her promise to look out for Rachel, but she is going to do it to protect the little girl from Kristen just as much as from EJ. It is a brilliant callback to Marlena's lifelong mission to protect the innocent children of Salem from the DiMera curse. I absolutely love seeing Deidre Hall play this protective, suspicious grandmother role. She is not falling for Kristen's manipulative tears for a single second. Now, we have to pivot to the most shocking development of the entire episode, and that is Kat Green's sudden, massive change of heart regarding EJ. Kat is an undercover ISA agent. Her entire mission, assigned by Shane Donovan and Ray Fernandez, is to infiltrate EJ's life, gather evidence on his illegal Versavix lab, and bring his empire crashing down to the ground. She has been playing him like a fiddle, using his bizarre Wuthering Heights style obsession with her to gain his trust. But you won't believe what happens next. Kat is actually starting to fall for him. Kat keeps remembering the nice things about EJ. She is seeing a softer, incredibly vulnerable side of him that he hides from the rest of the world. She sees how desperately he loves his family, how he cries over Lexi's failing health, and how fiercely protective he is of his legacy. This cognitive dissonance is completely destroying her ISA mission. Bringing him down is starting to seem harder and harder because she is no longer seeing a ruthless corporate monster. She is seeing a broken, desperate man. I think this move by the writers is absolutely brilliant, but it is also a huge mistake for Kat's character. We have seen this exact storyline play out on Days of Our Lives before. Look at Sammy Brady. Sammy fell for EJ's dark, magnetic charm over 15 years ago, believing she could redeem the bad boy. It led to decades of toxic, destructive heartbreak. Kat is walking down the exact same dangerous path. A lot of fans think Kat is just playing the long game and faking her feelings, but I actually think she is genuinely losing her grip on reality. She is becoming intoxicated by the DiMera power. My prediction? EJ is going to find out she is an ISA mole, right? When she finally decides to abandon her mission for him. The betrayal will absolutely shatter him, and it will push EJ past the point of no return, fully transforming him into the new Stefano DiMera. It is going to be a tragic, beautiful disaster, and I cannot wait to watch every single second of it.